What is the use of being vegetarian without a kind heart? Nowadays, many people start to be vegetarian for their health, for the environment, for their love of animals, or because they want to practice Buddhism. But there are also many people who have been vegetarian for a long time but still have a hot temper. Their words are still sharp, their hearts are still full of jealousy, contempt for others, and attachments. So what is the use of being vegetarian like that? Buddha never taught that just being vegetarian is enough to become a Buddha. Instead, he taught practice is to correct. Being vegetarian is just a small step in the journey of transforming one's nature. If one only changes one's food, but does not change one's speech, one's way of thinking, one's way of living, then it is no different from wearing a religious robe on the outside, but being full of troubles on the inside. Being vegetarian is to nurture compassion. Being vegetarian is to reduce the karma of killing, not to sow more seeds of killing. But if one still uses words to hurt others, then it is no different from not eating meat, but the tongue still becomes a knife. If one still uses the ego to be vegetarian, to be arrogant and look down on others, then it is no different from using vegetables to feed the ego. In fact, a simple vegetarian meal, if eaten with gratitude, is a blessing. But a full vegetarian meal eaten with a mind of competition and criticism is no different than gnawing at ignorance in the form of a religious taste. Therefore, being vegetarian is not wrong, but one must eat with a vegetarian mind. Vegetarianism in the mouth is to purify the body. Vegetarianism in the mind is to purify karma. A true vegetarian not only does not kill living beings, but also knows how to speak pleasant words, knows how to forgive, knows how to be patient, and knows how to generate compassion. When eating vegetarian like that, each meal is a time of cultivation. Each bite is a thought of compassion. Otherwise, being vegetarian is just changing the dish, but not changing the heart. Instead of eating to reduce karma, one becomes eating to increase ego. In the end, Buddhism is not in the food, but in the way of life. A person who still eats meat but knows how to love others, is patient and does good deeds, is still close to the Dharma. A person who is a vegetarian but is arrogant, stubborn, and does not stop bad mouth karma is still far from Buddha.